Sir Keir Starmer struck a conciliatory tone prior to the meeting, but has not always been so diplomatic about the former US president. Sir Keir Starmer and David Lammy, both of whom had dinner with Donald Trump last night, have both been highly critical of the billionaire in the past. The Prime Minister and Foreign Secretary traveled to Trump Tower in New York for talks in advance of November's US election, during which Republican Mr. Trump will face off against Democratic challenger and Vice President Kamala Harris. Sir Keir was diplomatic in advance of the meeting, insisting that he was a great believer in personal relations on the international stage. However, things have not always been so cordial. In 2020, after supporters of Mr. Trump stormed the Capitol in a bid to stop Congress from ratifying Joe Biden's presidential victory, Sir Keir said, "President Trump has to take responsibility. What happened was appalling. It wasn't protest, it was an attack on democracy. And responsibility lays with President Trump. No doubt about that." Earlier this year, after Mr. Trump suggested he would not protect any NATO country which failed to meet its military spending commitment of 2% of GDP, Sir Keir said, "We must rebuild, renew, and resource, not divide and threaten. Bad faith politics risks our security." Mr. Lammy meanwhile has been particularly scathing in his criticism of Mr. Trump over the years. In the past, he has called him a woman-hating, neo-Nazi sympathizing sociopath, a tyrant in a toupee, and a dangerous clown. In fact, the word sociopath has been applied to Mr. Trump by no fewer than 12 of Sir Keir's ministers, according to the Financial in 2019. Welsh Secretary Joe Stevens accused Mr. Trump of being a racist, sexist, sharer of extremist ideology, a serial liar and a cheat. 2 years later in 2021, now Scotland Secretary Ian Murray said, 14 days until the worst president in history exits the stage. He leaves with no dignity and a legacy that's an embarrassment to the world.